Manchester United are facing a seismic shake-up as 5 first-team players Antony, Alejandro Garnacho, Tyrell Malacia, Marcus Rashford, and Jadon Sancho have reportedly informed the club of their intention to leave following the appointment of the new head coach. The bombshell has sent shockwaves through the fan base and the football world, raising urgent questions about the future direction of the club. The arrival of the new coach, whose identity is yet to be officially confirmed by the club, has triggered mixed reactions inside the dressing room. According to multiple sources close to the squad, the aforementioned players have voiced serious concerns about their roles, futures, and the tactical vision presented by the new managerial setup. Antony's desire to move on appears rooted in his declining influence on the pitch. Once one of Erik ten Hag's trusted lieutenants, his performances have come under intense scrutiny in recent months. With the new manager reportedly looking to implement a drastically different style of play, Antony may no longer fit the system. His agents are said to be exploring options in Spain and Brazil, where he retains a solid reputation. Alejandro Garnacho's case is more shocking. The Argentine starlet has been a breakout sensation and fan favorite at Old Trafford, with many seeing him as the future of the club. However, whispers of discontent began to surface shortly after the managerial transition. Garnacho is believed to be unhappy with the lack of direct communication and clarity over his role in the new regime, prompting his decision to seek a move elsewhere. Tyrell Malacia, who has struggled with injuries and limited playing time, is another player who has reportedly requested a transfer. The left-back has found himself behind Luke Shaw and other potential new signings in the pecking order. While he had hoped for a fresh start under new leadership, initial discussions made it clear he is not in the immediate plans. Marcus Rashford's potential exit is perhaps the most jarring. A homegrown hero, long considered a symbol of the club, Rashford has endured a difficult and inconsistent period on the field. The new manager's tactical vision appears to position Rashford in a less prominent role, leading to growing frustration. The player, who has long carried the burden of expectations at United, is now exploring options in France and Spain, with Paris Saint-Germain reportedly leading the chase. Jadon Sancho, whose fractured relationship with the previous regime saw him frozen out of the squad, had initially hoped for a second chance under new management. However, despite efforts to reintegrate him, the new coaching team seems unconvinced by his attitude and consistency. Sancho's camp has since made it clear that the best option for all parties is a permanent exit. This mass declaration of intent to leave has sent Manchester United into emergency planning mode. Senior figures at the club are said to be meeting urgently to assess the implications and potential replacements. Losing 5 key squad members, especially in attacking positions, would necessitate a major overhaul in both strategy and recruitment. The new coach, whose appointment was meant to usher in a new era of discipline, clarity, and identity, is now facing resistance from some of the club's most high-profile players. While the club's leadership insists they are backing the coach's long-term vision, the player unrest suggests a disconnect that could grow worse if not handled swiftly. For United supporters, the news has sparked widespread concern. The idea of losing Garnacho and Rashford in the same window feels unimaginable for many fans. These players are seen as symbols of hope and continuity in an ever-changing football landscape. Their departures would leave an emotional void far greater than just tactical gaps. The situation also raises questions about the club's communication processes during transitional periods. Several insiders suggest that the players were caught off guard by the sudden shifts in philosophy and selection priorities introduced by the new manager. Some feel they weren't given a fair opportunity to prove themselves. Financially, the potential sales of the 5 players could generate significant revenue, possibly exceeding £250 million. However, there is concern that other clubs will look to exploit United's vulnerability, forcing them into selling at reduced prices. Moreover, the task of adequately replacing that much talent in one window is daunting. From a sporting perspective, the exits would strip United of pace, creativity, and attacking depth. Sancho and Antony, while inconsistent, brought flair. Rashford and Garnacho provided directness and explosiveness. Malacia, when fit, offered energy on the left flank. Their collective departure would leave United dangerously short, especially in wide areas. The leadership at Carrington is currently split between trying to convince some players to stay and preparing for a scenario in which all five depart. It's understood that efforts are being made to keep Garnacho and Rashford, though success is far from guaranteed. The new manager, firm in his philosophy, is believed to be open to selling players who don't align with his vision. While this stance may reinforce authority, it also risks alienating the squad if not managed delicately. United's ability to compete in the upcoming season could be significantly hampered if replacements are not secured quickly.